Hi, my name is Doreen Calderon. I'm the owner of The Recognized Actor, where I work with experienced actors who want more out of their career. Today's video was taken from a recent Facebook Live where I talk about making room for magic. In it, I'll show you where and how to get the best opportunities for your career. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on those notifications so you can be alerted to my next video. Enjoy. Today I'm going to talk about where's the magic? This came up when a friend of mine shared her New Year's resolution. And she said she was going to make room. And I thought that was pretty good. But I didn't think that she even really fully understood the power of that. I was online the other day and I was scrolling through different actor Facebook groups, and there was an actor who said, who was asking for help because they were wrestling with an issue of being what they termed as being obsessed with acting. That from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep, they've got acting on the mind. I don't think that they've got acting on the mind so much as they've got the acting business and maybe the obsession of where's my next job. We've oftentimes have created our best stuff, whatever it is. A thesis paper that was due, a last minute audition, a presentation for, I don't know, our job, something last minute kind of thing. And all of a sudden, we create it. And then other times, we've got a schedule to have something created, and we just can't do it. We just keep trying and trying and trying. This is kind of like what I see a lot of actors do in their daily lives. They will fill it with things of what a good actor does. Checking all the casting calls, trying to make connections with casting directors or agents, updating their reel, getting new headshots, reading scripts, taking class, and it spirals, where they don't have a moment to breathe. But that they think if they don't do all of this, then they won't get to act, paid or not. And this is the mistake, because the magic happens in the space. Once we make room in our lives, once we make space for seeing the world fresh, that's when we get that audition out of nowhere. That's when we book that job that we didn't really try so hard to get. That's when that screenplay finally wraps itself up. This is nothing new. This is actually ancient Eastern philosophy. They always talk about being in the now, being present, right? Because what that does, being in the now, being present, being mindful, as they say these days, what that does is it creates space in our overrun lives and mind. Look at, I'm calling myself crazy on both ends. It creates space so that everything, so that we have access to the infinite. And I do this a lot because to me it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like a chakra thing where you've got this access to the God, the divine, inspiration. And that's what we're all looking for. People work really hard to manifest things, and then they start journals and vision boards and meditations, and they do the artist's way. I love the artist's way. I did it 3 times, but I'll talk about it maybe in another thing. Um, why it's only good once. I said it. Anyway, that's a whole different discussion. Um, where they even on a spiritual way, they fill their lives with stuff to do because this is what a spiritual person does, and then set time aside to read, study this and study that. But the ancients have told us when we're in the moment, when we're present, when we're mindful, it gets rid of all of that clutter. And it makes room for the divine to come through. We have access to it all the time, 125% of the time. There is not a time where we don't have access to inspiration. We just limit ourselves. We just kind of clog it up. And that's another good thing to point to. In the new year, a lot of people are doing the decluttering. Why? Because when we do that, all of a sudden, we see things in our home that we haven't seen before. And that's the way it is when we get present in life. We start seeing things we haven't seen before. When we're stuck on a script, and then we clear ourselves, we get things off the table, so to speak, suddenly the character resolves itself. The plot resolves itself. That connection you needed to make, oh my gosh, I forgot about so and so, let me call them. Decluttering. You do it in your home, do it in your life. Right now, I am on day 4 of a cleanse. So I'm not eating any solid food for a week. We'll see how long it lasts. And it's something I do every year. Sometimes I do it twice a year. And it's not something that I look forward to in an initial sense, because as you guys all know, in the last 9 months, and then there's the holidays, we've really come to have no apologies for our comfort foods and cocktails. And the easiest thing to do right now is when we're feeling a little off, unhappy, angry, is to grab for something to eat. And usually it's not a piece of fruit or a salad. So when I do the cleanse, I'm decluttering my body. And the reason I do it is because every single time I finish it, I become more aware of my body, of my body's energy. I become more aware of the energy that I have after the cleanse that I didn't even know that I didn't have before the cleanse. It's sort of like that old myth of the frog in the pot of boiling water. You put a frog in some water and then slowly let it boil, and then it doesn't even know, because it's been in it for so long, it's so gradual, it doesn't know that it's about to boil to death. When I do the cleanse, I'm decluttering my body, right? When we do the Marie Kondo on our homes, the Kondomari method, we are opening up to see things, to appreciate things. That's what I love about that too. When you find a space in your home and then you appreciate it, like, oh, now I can kind of like cuddle here and curl up with a book that was covered with all kinds of stuff before. I can go on and on about the comparisons in real life and as your person, compared to real life, the outside world and the inner world. That's what I'm talking about. So make room in your inner world. Know that you don't have to be doing stuff all the time for your career. As a matter of fact, that's detrimental to your career when we don't leave room. And you might have even read a bio of some very successful people, or 2 or 3 or 4, who set time aside just to what others may call daydream. It's making room for fresh ideas. These myths of people getting up at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning to get everything done by 8, those are myths. And it's not sustainable. The most creative times come, the biggest inspirations come, the deepest insights come when we slow down, have nothing on our mind except what we're doing at the moment. So Happy New Year. And I hope you are making room in your life for some inspiration and some insight. And as always, I end with my three-pronged philosophy, which is quit thinking so much, just show up and play. All right. See you next time.